This episode sponsored by GlassesUSA.com. Now, where'd I put those glasses? Okay, first off, thank you for looking at how long this video is and making the decision to watch it anyways. I will try to make it as enjoyable for you as humanly possible. It's going to be filled with awkwardness and sarcasm, along with a guy that has no idea what he's doing. So now, I am back officially with the mighty Audi RS7 build. Now, in the first episode, I got the car, and it came with a bonus of 2 frogs, 1 lizard, and a snake that I found inside the car. I also found a whole bunch of issues, including the trunk, which was butchered by the last body shop that did work on it. In the last episode, I fixed the trunk completely by replacing the rear body panels, and of course, out came the peanut gallery. A lot of people said I was wasting my time fixing a trunk you wouldn't even be able to see, and yes, if I just used Flex Seal and put the carpet back in, you may not have been able to see the original butcher job, but if you tried to load things in the back, being your groceries, your captive, or your sporting equipment, someone's going to need a tetanus shot. Not only that, but when it rained, it turned into a fish tank back there, and I like fish tanks, just not in the car. Now, a lot of people were saying, well, Rich, you don't need to recap every episode. Well, apparently I do, because I have a little thing called data, and now I have the analytics for every video that I do, and the data tells me that out of all my loving subscribers, only about 28% of my subscribers watch the videos. And if my math is right, that means the remaining 79% of people that watch my videos are new. So if you're new to the channel, do me a favor and hit the subscribe button. Even if you don't like the content, that helps me get closer to 1 million subscribers. And the reason why that is important is because I have a brother, and he is a Marine, and he is my mother's favorite son. He protects our country. Well, I make an ass out of myself every Sunday on the internet. So if I can get to 1 million subscribers, that's a big flex, and I will start feeling better about myself. Now next, I'm not sure if you're aware of this, but I was featured in a super small startup magazine about cars. It's called Car and Driver Magazine. In the September 2020 issue that I'm in, it will hit the shelves soon. The biggest issue I wanted to bring up was the fact that I was told it would not be a full body shoot, and it would be from the waist up, and that was found to be a lie. And welp, you could see my not so iron pants, ashy toes, and of course the Instagram comments went in on how I need lotion sponsorships, and why are you wearing the Air Jesus 13s, and how I look like a prehistoric Ashy Larry. So thank you all very much for your kind words and support. So over the last few weeks, I fixed a lot of things with the RS7. I replaced a lot of the missing interior trim panels, such as the passenger lower B-pillar and the driver's side upper trim. Now, I'm a little picky, so this trim piece was there, but it was starting to show wear, so I replaced the old piece with the new one before it got worse. Then I moved my way to the rear hatch and replaced the upper hatch trim piece with the part that I got on eBay. Now, I have some parts on order for the rear that I did the repair on, and while we're waiting on those parts to come in, I'm going to order some parts from FCP Euro, where I get all my BMW and Audi parts from. I ordered a set of brakes, pads, some oil change stuff, cabin filters, and I'm going to show how I do those things in this video. But first, I need to fix one of the biggest eyesores on the car, the wheels and tires. Now, while we went over the car, every single wheel had curb rash, and every tires were shot to the point where the cords were showing. And in a car that has 700 horsepower, I have to get that fixed. So I bought new tires, and I brought the wheels to my friend Nick at MR Wheel Refinishing. And even though the bronze wheels look good, and it never made sense on this car because they took away from the giant red calipers. Let's try a new color.
Well, I'll start with why you should be here. It's because you have wheels that need to be refinished. My name's Nick, and I own MR Wheel Refinishing. I build custom wheels, whether it's custom faces or custom 3-piece conversions or full wheel refinishing. I do it all here.
So I have very oily and greasy fingers. Would that affect the powder coat?
Yep. So that's a fluidizing hopper. What this does is it pushes air through the base. Here, I'll show you a little one. It pushes air through the base into here. Yep. It works like a fish tank air stone. See, it's like a rolling boil.
Like a mist,
yep.
Right.
So that keeps the powder almost like a fluid, which is why it's called a fluidizer. So when it's a fluid, as the air goes in, it's more accurate and atomizes better when it comes back out the other end of your gun. So rather than coming out as big chunks of powder, it's a cloud. I've got multiple gun setups here. That's my new Gemma gun, but I don't spray satin black with the Gemma gun.
What's the difference in guns? Like, what is that?
Just quality. When you spray satin black, you don't need a very good gun. I mean, I wouldn't spray it with an Eastwood gun, but...
Right. Eastwood, if you want to send me a free gun, I will still use it.
This setup is pretty good. It's like a $2,000 setup. The Gemma gun was like 4,000. But
Whoa.
this sprays colors like crazy. This is the best gun I've ever used. But for satin black, you don't need crazy
color. I gotcha.
Yeah.
I'm easy. I'm basic.
Yeah, basic.
Thankfully. And that's it, huh? This seems pretty easy.
Yeah, anybody can do it.
Jeez, look at that one-handed left hand.
Doesn't look like a 21 in my hand, does it?
Mr. Strongman. It looks like an 18 in your hand. How many minutes?
Once it's up to temperature, 20 minutes.
That's it?
Yep.
It's like baking cookies.
Yeah. There's nothing worse than having to fix your own mistake.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. So if there was a mistake made, what'd you have to do? You'd have to pretty much be like, oh.
Right in the stripper tank.
Oh.
I've done it. I had to do it before.
Strip the entire thing?
The whole thing. I don't repair it. The whole thing, right in the tank.
Now the wheels are done, the most important service item we're going to do today are the brakes. Now, I'm not sure if you've heard anything about the Audi RS7 brakes, but they have a really cool design that looks almost like a sunflower. And when Audi engineers designed the braking system, the most important thing they wanted to make sure of wasn't performance, it was how do we make these brakes as expensive as humanly possible. And they set out on their mission and they achieved it, because if you go to the dealership, it'll run you anywhere from $4,300 to about $5,000 for a full brake job on an Audi RS7. And those aren't even the carbon ceramic options. Audi's mission was to ensure that every RS7 owner is forced to grab their ankles when they go into the dealer for a brake job. Now, the OEM pads stop the car very quickly, but they're known to wear excessively, with many owners reporting they need a brake job at as low as 30,000 miles. This car has 39,000 miles. Let's see if those rumors are true. Now, the brakes in the RS7 are pretty standard, just like every other car. It's a standard rear disc setup. There's a retaining screw that holds the rotor, but one thing I'm not used to having on my cars is a brake wear sensor. Apparently, this is very common on German cars. And just sitting back to admire it, I really like the shape of this rotor. It's just a damn shame it's so expensive. But the only tricky thing about this brake replacement is the parking brake and the regular brake are on the same caliper. So I just have to make sure the parking brake is disengaged, which makes my life a lot easier. Let's get this pad off to see how much brake life is left. Now here's the new rotor versus the old one. The old one has some grooves in it, and it likely could have been a lot better if you got a really aggressive rear pad and drove around for a bit to get some of these grooves down. But you know what? I have the replacement rotor here anyways, so let's just get rid of it. Now here's the kicker. After I replace everything, look at the rear pads. The rear pads are less than 50% of their life after 39,000 miles. So the rumors that you hear can be true. People that have cars with 30,000 miles, depending on how they drive them, very well could be nearing their end of life. So now that I have new rotors, pads, and the brake sensor, and new wheels, I have to make sure the car looks fresh, right? So I'm going to add these wheel spacers to bring the wheels right to the edge of the fender and to get rid of the sunk look. These spacers also come with longer wheel studs to accommodate the extra room, and I stripped one of them already. So I have to go to the store to get something called a tap and die set that'll allow me to recreate the threads on the screw. And of course, there's tons of options to choose from, ranging from $16 all the way to $80. And looking at all the sizes, the cheaper ones don't have the size that I need, of course, so I'm forced to get the expensive ones. I spent $80 because I was too blind to see what I was doing, and I stripped the bolt. Clearly, I need new glasses, but I just spent $80 on a tap and die set. But thankfully, I have an option for that won't break the bank. GlassesUSA.com. I can purchase eyewear from the convenience of my own home from a wide variety of high-quality frames and lenses with a risk-free shopping experience. They explain that I can shop online at their vertically integrated shop, and by cutting out the middleman, they can offer prescription glasses and sunglasses at up to 70% off retail prices. I even got a complete pair of eyeglasses and sunglasses for $30 each, with free prescription lenses included in every frame so I don't walk off a cliff because I'm almost blind without them. Now look at these glamour shots of me admiring nature and these new pieces of equipment. Look at them. Look how good I look. Look at me. All right? I have prescription sunglasses now, and I get mistaken for Jamie Foxx often. So go check out the massive variety of brands with risk-free shopping at glassesusa.com in the description box below, and shop for all your eyewear needs online at actual affordable prices without leaving your home. Thank you, glassesusa.com, for sponsoring this episode. If you look here, the front pad actually looks pretty good. This is about 80%, so I don't know why the rears were wearing down so quickly, but the front looks pretty good.
Do Prius owners have a wave?
Yeah, I think they just cry in each other's arms.
It's a soft sideways peace sign.
How much is a? You know, I wonder how much is a Prius?
What do you mean?
Like price wise, like I wonder if, like, is a Prius like?
We're really showing our privilege and ignorance.
Dude, you're telling me, like, I don't know how much, I mean, well, no, that's not fair though, because how much? Why would anyone know how much a Prius is besides a Prius owner or someone that's looking to buy one? Like, we're not looking to buy one, so I guess we wouldn't really know. Wasn't there a governor or something, or I don't know if it was a governor or a presidential candidate or whatever, but they asked him how much is a carton of eggs.
Oh, that's right. And
Remember
it was
that?
Just, yeah, that out of touch with reality was the smear campaign
and
on
he
that.
didn't know, so I don't think I'm out of touch with reality with how much things.
Well, how much is a carton of eggs?
No, but no,
Yeah,
no,
you
hold
don't
on.
go to the grocery store. You're not. Yeah.
No, it's probably like kind of like 250.
Yeah.
250, right?
That's
Yeah.
if you're doing the dumpy eggs.
To be fair,
I'm talking about organic, fresh poop.
No, to be fair, you have brown eggs, you have white eggs, you have large eggs, you have small, you have jumbo eggs.
Yeah.
You have a 12-pack, you have 6, you have organic, you have like where the chicken's like tortured. Those are the cheaper ones.
It's clear you're not getting the organic ones at that price.
No way. So like I'm
You're
thinking
not
like
getting
two.
Pete and Jerry's. It's
I'm
like
thinking
$4.89.
I'm thinking like 250 for carton of eggs, probably 12,
Yeah.
right? Right.
For the ones that my chickens don't poop, it's $4.89 for organic.
I'm not. No one buys organic. You buy organic eggs? Do you really?
There's a big difference.
Yeah. What's that?
You can't be bothered.
Clearly.
Well, dude, there's nothing like having the fresh pooped. If there's anything that really does matter, getting them from your own chickens or stealing them from your own neighbors.
chickens, yeah, but like you buy cartons of eggs for $4.50?
Yeah.
See,
I usually don't have to buy them because I usually get them. I have chickens.
See, we have to discuss your compensation package here. Are you serious? $4 for eggs? Oh my gosh, dude! I get the cheap eggs that I find like in the yard or something. That's crazy.
The ones that people throw at your house. How do you feel about those faders?
Doing good, baby. I think it might be too thick, but that's just me.
We'll find out.
But you know I like them thick, so.
Yeah, you do.
It could work out pretty well.
Wow. Take a peek. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. No.
Steven, look at that look though. Steven.
Look at that look.
That's the look.
Do you hear it?
Yeah, that's angry. It's like, please do not continue.
Baby,
to do
please don't.
Dude, Steven, that might be it though. I mean, I don't know what you. Okay, well, I'm gonna flatten this thing.
What might be it?
Hold on, ready? Ready, watch.
Oh boy. Yeah, that quarter panel's ready to buzz. I can listen to it. It's just
However, no, I mean, look at it though. It actually makes. It's not terrible. It's about. I mean, besides the quarter panel bursting, which it's going to.
No,
burst.
the ass end looks sick, and you know what? I guess if you do that a little bit, so you put the back spacers on the front spacers on the back. If you did swap them, it'll probably be proper. That's close too, though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, dude. It's probably. So, like, if we look at the other side now.
Maybe nature didn't intend for you to have spacers, Richard.
Yeah, God's like, whoa, I'm gonna punish this guy. Oh no, hold on.
We got a puppy break. Shit, that
Can I
pork
come pat
chop.
my favorite dog?
We got a pork chop sandwich over here.
I don't even care. Come here.
You wanna play? I mean, come on. Come on. How is this fair? Come back over here. Come back over here, buddy. Come back over here, buddy.
Look at this candy yam.
Look at you.
Hi. You are precious.
Oh, God.
I can't. My heart.
My God.
Can anybody handle this?
My God.
Yeah. All right.
It's not pretty good.
Quiet's up.
Quiet's up.
Yeah. All
I
right.
think that's. What are you thinking?
Well, you've now got Tesla panel gaps. But
Busted that up nicely.
yeah, that up pretty good. But other than that,
Yeah.
all right.
It's the initial startup that's like, whoa, what are you doing here? I can't even change.
Right now, it sounds like Chris's Model 3.
It does, yeah.
Has that same kind of babble to
Except
it.
when you actually accelerate, it's like,
It's
oh.
real.
Okay, boys and girls, it's oil change time in my dirty ass garage. I have my RS7 in here, and there's a lot of misconceptions about how crazy complicated it is to change the oil on a very expensive car, but we're gonna show you how to do that right now. So I'm gonna get on this dirty ass towel that I have. This isn't even a creeper. I don't have a creeper. I have a disgusting old blanket that I keep on the ground to lay on, and we're gonna see how crazy this is gonna be. So there's some kind of undershield. So I have to take this off. And it looks like I have to undo this, and this. See, this pisses me off about this car, okay? Look at this. So you have a weird Phillips / flathead you could do there. You have a hex, and you have a 12-point bit just for literally a rubber thing that you have to take off. All that, and look, there's another size here. All of this just for the most basic piece of plastic ever. You know, I don't see the problem is this is a weird one of those weird Volkswagen parts, and I don't have a 12-star bit. So what? Okay, watch this. You get a T50 in your ass. Your ass is getting the T50. Oh, you're getting the T50. What are you getting there? T50. I'm still mad at this. I'm still upset with this. This is like randomly speaking Mandarin for no reason. Like, what's the reason for this? There could have been nice push clips here. They could have been all one size, but they used 91 different, just for this. Literally for this. It. All right, here we go. So this looks like it's a drain plug. That's the oil pan. It feels nice and warm like an oil pan would. And I think that's the filter. So I'm gonna take those two things out. I'll do the drain first into a tub of oil, which is bizarre to me because I haven't done an oil change on a car in a long time. There's a friendly spider. That's very nice. Nice to meet you, Mr. Spider. Is he alive still? Oh, he's alive. Oh, well, good luck, buddy, when I start driving this thing. Look at that, liquid gold. I haven't done an oil change in so long, it's not even funny. This is just kind of crazy to me. I thought I would never do this again. I thought I'd never drive another gas-powered car again, but here we are, you know, just me and my buddy, Mr. Spider, just chilling there. This oil pan's draining. I have the car at a slight angle, so most of the oil would hopefully pool at the back where the actual drain is. So hopefully I'm getting a good drain this time. I'm probably gonna let it sit here for maybe like 10 or 15 minutes to make sure that all of it's out, and we'll be in good shape. All right, so I've never seen a design like this before. I've only heard about it in those fairy tales, but instead of a standard all-in-one oil filter, it looks like this is two separate pieces. So the actual filter itself slides into this housing. Why is this not coming out? This is weird. Okay, maybe it's your push and twist. I don't know why it's stuck in there. I'm trying to twist it out, but it's not working. Yeah, well, this was fun. So I've given up on this. So this car's oil is not gonna get changed. So I'll see you guys next week. Oh, that was easy. What the hell was I bitching about? It took 2 seconds. See, the thing is, I'm not a mechanic. Keep that in mind. I literally had a desk job as of a year ago, so I'm just kind of figuring this out as I go along, so please forgive me here, but a lot of this is new to me. I've never seen a filter like this before, so this is made in the Czech Republic, so shout out to all the people in the Czech Republic that made this filter. Very cool. There you go. All right, so here's the other O-ring that I had to replace on this side, if you could see it, the ring that's around this plug. So I'm gonna put the oil filter back in. The only concern I have is that the other one was made in the Czech Republic. This one was made in Bulgaria. I hope it's gonna be okay. All right, so let's close this up, tighten that. You know what, I actually don't mind this kind of filter. It's a little different from what I'm used to. Again, I'm not a mechanic, not used to this kind of stuff. But it's just very interesting. You kind of throw the whole filter away, and Audi found a way to make this really more expensive than it has to be. I'm just kidding. Let me tighten this thing. It says there's a torque reading right on that. You know damn well, we both know damn well I'm not using a torque wrench on this. Let's be real. Be honest with yourself. And you know I'm also going to use the wrong tool to tighten it too. You know that very well. So I'm going to tighten it pretty good and tight. So when it blows up and I start really dripping oil everywhere, you'll know it's like, wow, this guy's kind of stupid. Oh, look at that. Nice and snug. Okay, good. That's about 25, whatever. So let's get this other one going. Get the secondary plug, get it nice and wet, put in a little oil. I shouldn't be touching this with my bare hands, but sometimes you just don't have the time to switch back and forth between clean gloves and all. Like, who has the time for that? No one has the time. Okay, so we're on top of the car now, and I'm gonna start pulling this oil in. This is the oil that FCP Euro gave me, Liquid Moly. Never heard of that brand before. The car recommends Castrol, and some people online are saying they use Mobil 1. I don't really care what oil you guys recommend, because a lot of people bitch and complain over, oh, this oil's best, don't use this oil, like you guys have ever drank the oil before. But I'll tell you right now, FCP Euro gave me this oil for free, so the best oil is the free oil, so I'm gonna go with this one. So I'm gonna fill this up. It takes about 9.5 quarts, which is almost as much as my Z06. This is a really big motor. This is a 4-liter, the Z06 is a 7-liter, but even still, this is a pretty damn big engine. So I'm gonna pour the liquid moly in, which is liquid moly. What a very interesting name for oil that is. Either way, whatever. I'm gonna pour some of that in, check the underside, make sure it's not leaking. Then I'm gonna start the car, again, make sure it's not leaking, and then check the oil levels within the MMI system to make sure that everything's okay. You know what's funny is that one interesting thing I'm noticing about this oil is that it is in fact green. I've never used green oil before, so already I'm kind of terrified of this. This looks like antifreeze or something, which is just, I don't really know. This is my first time using green oil. This whole thing just seems like it's going to be a disaster somehow. I feel it. I feel like I'm gonna start this car, but it's just gonna blow up on me, but whatever, it's green oil. Never seen green oil before, perhaps I'm sheltered. Again, maybe it's the prior desk job nerd talking here, but it says it was made in Germany with molecular protection control. I don't know what that means, so I'm just gonna go and take their word for it. It won Best of something by Dyston Markin, Best Brand of 2018 and 2019. Nothing for 2020, so maybe things went south in 2019. I don't really know, but we're gonna hope for the best. All right, and the first Audi RS7 oil change is done. I don't know how this is gonna turn out with this green oil, but as my dad used to say, you know what? You put it in and it all comes out brown anyways. Get it? You get the joke? It all comes out brown. Like when you eat food, it comes out brown. And then when you put green oil in, it comes out, okay, you get it, whatever. Okay, let's take a look. How we looking here? Any drips? Look at that. Dry. Dry. No drips, nothing. I think we're good here. Oil level's okay. Nice, I'll take it. All right, guys, we are finished the oil change. The brakes are done. Everything on this car is coming very well together. There's one thing you haven't noticed, that I didn't do the spark plugs or the air filter. That's the air filter that FCP Euro sent me. I'm actually not going to put that on the car because I am changing the entire airbox system. I'll be putting these nice set of red pipes on this car. I can't wait to do that. If you think 700 horsepower is enough for me, you are sadly mistaken. So this car is going to get one hell of a power bump with these intakes. Can't wait to put those on. That'll be next episode. And while I'm in there doing the intakes, what I might do as well, I'm probably going to do the spark plugs too, only because it makes it a little bit easier. So the next maintenance video is going to be a little bit more in-depth things with the RS7. I'm actually going to be taking out the oil screens for the turbos and check those out, make sure those are good, because as I'm applying more and more power, I don't want that to be the weak spot of the car. Intake's coming out. I'll be doing the spark plugs next episode, but overall this is looking great. If you look at the sides, man, this has some really nice stance now. If you look at the back, there's a mild stretch in the back, not stretch, but a mild, I guess you could say, poking away, where it's just shy of the coming out of the fenders. But this is looking really nice. I am thrilled with the way this came out. Thank you again to Alex Myers from the Yorkshire DFP Center or DPF Center. I don't know which one it is. I always get those two confused all the time. But check him out. I'm going to have a link to his shop in the UK in the description box below. But I'm going to have some more i8 content coming soon for you. I'm actually going to be upgrading the power on the i8. I'll be giving that a tune myself. And he's also the person that's going to be doing the custom exhaust for the i8 as well. So we're going to see some i8 content. He also sent me some of the mini stuff that I need, this mechanical fuel pump to get the mini going again. So I'm super excited for that. Thank you for all the sponsors. Thank you for Glasses USA. Thank you again for FCP Euro. They were great, sending me all this stuff to do the oil change and the brakes on the RS7. Such a phenomenal looking car. I really got to clean this garage. Let me know if you want to see an episode of me cleaning the garage. Probably not. We're going to see some mini content pretty soon as well. So thank you all. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And of course, Patreon bonus content every Wednesday. I will see you all soon.